177 runs. Follow-out enforced. Shaheen has changed ends with a new ball, so he's taking the far end. So probably Tabish Khan will bowl from the commentary box end for the first time because he bowled all his spells from the far end. Not a bad idea, just giving a go at an end you haven't tried the first time around. Shaheen's looking to get a breakthrough for himself with a new ball. He's been missing out on that.
That's a good start from Sakanda. Just leaning onto the delivery from Shaheen Shah. Gets off the mark with a double.
He's missed out on his length by a fraction on these two occasions, and also in the spell earlier in the day. He was just being hit straight in the weave for a couple of boundaries. We've seen two singles right now. It's just a touch easier for the two batsmen to get forward and put bat on that. Just to pull that length back a fraction. Yeah, you can see that he's just not there as yet. Abid Ali is back, you can see him. So that's good news. He's in the first slip and that's his usual position. He was hit just above the elbow. Very lucky. If he was hit on that joint, that could be curtains. That takes a long time to heal and it's extremely painful. But he's back. There he is. That's the keeper, sorry.
Sakanda just got to be careful there. There's Abid Ali. Good to see him back on the field. Just look at the way that Sakanda plays this last delivery. It's that front pad going forward and right in front of the stumps. It was LBW yesterday, I thought unfortunate. But that's the reason why he's so susceptible. He pushes that front foot after his trigger movement before he's seen where the ball is going. So Moore gets his foot out there first and then looks for where the ball is. If it's pitched up, just got to be careful.
Some batsmen do have that trigger movement just to get in a better position. Hashim Amla used to do that a lot. Just put the bowlers into his delivery stride, they take that little step forward, half a step forward, and then plant their front foot as to where the ball is pitched. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. It was there to be hit.
Nine for no loss.
सुपर मॉम तो थी ही, अब सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट भी हो गई हैं। सुपर नहीं तो 4G नहीं, जा सुपर 4G।
नया डेटॉल डिसइंफेक्टेंट स्प्रे। पहले जिन चीजों से जर्म्स को हटाना था मुश्किल, अब उन्हें डिसइंफेक्ट करना हुआ आसान। और ये साबित है कि डेटॉल कोविड वायरस के खिलाफ असरदार है। अब हिफाजत का दायरा बढ़ेगा, जर्म्स नहीं। डेटॉल भी 100% शो।
After a full day of pyas, Sprite, my way to reset. Sprite, raho clear.
So Tabish Khan will share the new ball. He'll ball from a brand new end for him. The commentary box end. 3 slips and a gully. That's the last ball of the previous over. Should give good confidence to the batsman. That's a vacant zone there. No mid-off. More men in catching positions behind the bat. Arlington, I would like to place that question to you as well, from Zimbabwe's point of view. They tend to put curtains on what happened in their first innings. Can we expect an overnight mindset change in the top order batsmen and to try to apply more skill? They're not chasing anything over here. They've got to play with time session-wise.
I'd hope so. Secunda. We didn't see that big difference in the first test match from first innings to second. But like the conversation I had this morning at the interview with the batting coach, Stuart Matsikinyeri, you can see glimpses of the ability that they have in smaller periods. Kevin Kasuza in that second innings in the first test, Tarim Sakanda as well. Yesterday, Regis Chakapa coming into today, elevated to number 3. Roy Kaye himself on debut in the first test. So it's not that they don't possess the attributes that are required to do it. It's just that they don't do it for long enough. Play well for a period and then play an unnecessary shot. Something that's not required at the time. Look, I have no problem with you getting out to a good ball. I don't know how many of the Zimbabwean batsmen in the last 2 test matches can really claim that they got an unplayable delivery. So it's realizing that they can do it. They need to find a way to switch on and off and do the right things for a longer period, Secunda.
Shot. Full and offered a very straight bat on that occasion. Another moment where the last ball has been hit for a boundary, 13 for none.
Service tires, आला quality imported polymers से बने जबरदस्त nitrate designs.
Rib service जैसी तो फिक्र के
इस रमजान शेयर करें कोक किसी ऐसे के साथ कोई ना हो जिसके पास हम सबकी खरीदी हुई हर कोक बनेगी रिस्क ट्रस्ट से किसी की भूख मिटाने का जरिया कोका कोला खोले तो दिल खोले
Tires, Osaka batteries, Duffabet, Mitchells. That's quite easily. Super Asia, Mughal Steel, Zik Motor Oil, and Homage.
Back to the point you were making in the previous over, Gino. And what I see over here, 13 for none. You've got to sprinkle a bit of positivity into your batting, into your approach. The fear of losing your wicket has to go away. Yes, you're right that you off and on will get an unplayable delivery, probably beat you all ends up. But then you've got to put everything. Once again, hit and win, $500 US. Service tires, hit and win. And if you can hit that, they can earn yourself that. You haven't had that occasion yet in the tour. So it's just about showing a bit of intent. Not saying going all out to chase something, but capitalize on the key moments where there are scoring opportunities. Just don't offer a dead bat, and whenever you try to go saving your wicket, that doesn't really work. I'd like to see him again back in the test side. Wesley, probably he'll get an opportunity when Bangladesh comes down. So what we've seen up till now from the Zimbabwean openers, all boxes ticked. Well done. 13 for none, a boundary apiece for the two batsmen.
I like the point that you raised, Sikander, about positivity as a batsman. They've got a couple of half volleys that they've put away. And that just puts a little bit of pressure back on the bowler. When you get boundary balls, you get loose deliveries and you don't put them away or hit it straight at the fielder, the bowler can continue to just bowl at you. No counter-attacking from the batsman. And as you say, so far, they've been good. And they'll be pitching outside the leg stump.
Yeah, you got to make your presence felt in one way or the other as a batsman. And by taking those big singles, hitting the odd boundary, you keep the fielding captain thinking. That's the LBW shout, pitching outside leg. So it eliminates every other aspect after that.
Nicely played. Got under that comfortably. 13 for no loss.
ये रस्तों की रुकावट नहीं तोड़ेगी हिम्मत रहे साबित कदम हम हमें मट्टी की कसम पेंथर टायर पेंथर लगाओ फिक्र मिटाओ
It's it in the air. Will that be safe? What a magnificent performance.
लाइफ का स्विच ऑन
छोटे कैमरे के बड़े मसले रेडमी होता तो ये ना होता रेडमी 9C Xiaomi
So we're just talking about Sikander being susceptible to LBW. He gets in a good position and then he takes his foot forward. Now look at where that front foot is pointing. That front foot's pointing at mid-off or probably just to his right. The ball's probably just pitched or about to. And that ball is coming from over the wicket. He should really be getting that front foot open, looking towards down the wicket more, or to mid-on. So that's the problem that he has. And if that ball starts to swing back and it's got a bit of pace, or it's a bit skiddy, then he gets into trouble. So he's just got to try and get himself a little bit more balanced and going towards the line of the ball. If that ball was a little bit more pitched up and swinging in, then look at that position that he's in there. He's got to try and force that back shoulder to get himself in line with the ball.
Yeah, I see the point you're making, and I don't know how many batsmen actually open their stance a bit when they're facing a left arm over. It just helps them and gets them a better vision as well.
That's the natural thing to do. Same for a left-hander. Facing a right arm seamer over the wicket, you've got to open yourself up a little bit so you can have access to the ball.
Second ball. Yeah, in all sorts of good position, because if you have an open stance, you get a better vision. That's the last delivery. When you're square on, then you're just sort of looking from the corner of your eye. And that's when you get tucked up somewhere around your hip when the ball is having some pace onto it. Just not his 100%, Tavish Khan. He's very capable of setting up a batsman to get something to go away in that fourth or fifth off-stump channel and then make one come back. But right now it seems like it's a bit scattered. You can see with the nod of his head that this is not what he wants. Over. 13 for none.
क्या आप धूप, पसीने और उससे पैदा होने वाली बू से परेशान हैं? हाँ। क्या आप बीमारी फैलाने वाले जरासीमों से महफूज हैं? नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं। तो आप रखिए लेमन की फ्रेग्रेंस के साथ या डेटॉल फ्रेश, जो रखे आपको जरासीम और कोविड-19 से महफूज। इसका लेमन से भी फ्रेशनेस का बर्स्ट, जो करे बॉडी ओडर को भी दूर और रखे आपको सुपर फ्रेश। नया डेटॉल फ्रेश। Fresher. Purity of fresh fruits, squeezed to drinking convenience. Fresher than you think.
In length, it's gone across Msakanda, and all he's done is just felt outside the off stump, got the outside edge, and Zimbabwe's first wicket in the second innings falls. Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Yeah, he needed that with the new ball, Shaheen. Get a wicket, you get that confidence back. So Zimbabwe lose their first in follow-on, just checking that front foot, and looks very good. 13 for 1, and Tarisai Musakanda out for 8.
Next batsman for Zimbabwe. After a full day of Pyas, Sprite, my way to reset. Sprite, Raho clear.
नया डेटॉल डिसइंफेक्टेंट स्प्रे। पहले जिन चीजों से जर्म्स को हटाना था मुश्किल, अब उन्हें डिसइंफेक्ट करना हुआ आसान। और ये साबित है कि डेटॉल कोविड वायरस के खिलाफ असरदार है। अब हिफाजत का दायरा बढ़ेगा, जर्म्स नहीं। डेटॉल भी 100% शो।
सुपर मॉम तो थी ही, अब सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट भी हो गई हैं। सुपर नहीं तो 4G नहीं, जा सुपर 4G।
Service tires, आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर से बने जबरदस्त नाइट्रेट डिजाइन। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र के।
Chakabwa, the new batsman in. After dismissal of Musakanda, that's his test career. 21st game for him, 101 is his best. 450 then 100.
That's a good delivery. Zimbabwe didn't know too much about that. So, this is why he's there. Talim Sakanda just feeling at a ball outside that off stump. No need to be playing at that at all.
can do to you. That's the area he wants to target. Shaheen, 13 for 1.
Red B 9 show me.
बिन बोले कुछ कर गया दिल थोड़ा खाली था मर गया
दिल की बात 7 अप के साथ
Expecting a bit more organized over from Tabish Khan in terms of targeting a certain length and a zone for the right-hander. Got that one wicket in the first innings, the first one. Wanted to get a little closer to the right-hander in terms of outside the off stump. Could they just let that go? Brendan up next, captain. Hit and win. $500 US service tires hit and win. And then Zig Motor Oil and Homage, other sponsors for the series or the tour. Mitchell's, Duffabet, Osaka Batteries, Service Tires, Mitchell's, Super Asia, Zig Motor Oil, all these sponsors making it possible. Mughal Steel, Homage, Pakistan Tour of Zimbabwe. The Osaka Batteries presents Service Tires, Zimbabwe versus Pakistan Test Series, 2 tests. Pakistan won the first one and looking to clean sweep here. That's been the series. 3 T20s followed by 2 test matches.
Quick single, nicely played by Kasuza. Bit of hesitation. But once he saw his partner, he just took up a keen. Got across to the other side comfortably. Over. Into the 6th over, 14 for 1.
After a full day of pyas, Sprite, my way to reset. Sprite, raho clear. Jazz Mahana बचत ऑफर मिलाएं *614# पाएं 2 GB डेटा बेशुमार मिनट्स और SMS सिर्फ 85 रुपए की रिचार्ज से जैज सुपर 4G
It's in the air. Will that be safe? What a magnificent performance.
Lights का switch on.
Pressure. Purity of fresh.
Oh, lovely delivery once again by Shaheen Shah Afridi, targeting on the 4th stump of Kasuza. Already got rid of Musakanda. So this is going to be interesting battle. He has been trying something on almost every delivery, shaping it away from the right-handed batsman. Kasuza once again chasing it, and this is going to be a stern test of the temperament of Kasuza once again. In the very end, he just got the bat back from the line of the delivery. Darlington, good afternoon and welcome back to the Gombox. Hope all good and you enjoying this lovely sunshine.
Beautiful day for cricket, actually. It's just, as a Zimbabwean supporter, I think you'd be a little disappointed by proceedings out on the ground today. Zimbabwe definitely under the hammer here. I think there's really no other way of putting it. Basically requiring something approaching a miracle just to avoid defeat here, needing to bat for more than 2 days just to draw this match, or in the event that they were to make Pakistan bat again, probably requiring at least another 364 runs, and which is just around about what they've managed in 2 innings in the previous test match, and looking very, very unlikely. Somebody has to do something really, really special against bowling of that quality. Shaheen Afridi has bowled very well in this test match without much luck. Just the 1 wicket in the first innings. I think he bowled a very good delivery to get rid of Brendan Taylor.
Another absolute piece of a delivery, and once again he was expecting an outside edge, and then again disappointed and almost frustrated on every delivery, which he has been bowling and beating all the batsmen, all ends up. That is one thing for sure, but they need to be within his skin and ball in the right areas. Finally, some relief for Kasuza. He will be at the non-striker end. Rakesh Chakava is once again out there. He started brilliantly, showed some patience and the temperament, left the balls well, got a good, decent average in the first-class cricket, got tons of experience under his belt. But now is the time to apply for Zimbabwe. Just 1 run of the over. Zimbabwe trailing by 363, 15 for 1.
नया डेटॉल डिसइंफेक्टेंट स्प्रे। पहले जिन चीजों से जर्म्स को हटाना था मुश्किल, अब उन्हें डिसइंफेक्ट करना हुआ आसान। और ये साबित है कि डेटॉल कोविड वायरस के खिलाफ असरदार है। अब हिफाजत का दायरा बढ़ेगा, जर्म्स नहीं। डेटॉल भी 100% श्योर।
सर्विस टायर्स आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर्स से बने जबरदस्त नाइट्रेट डिजाइन। रिच सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र के
इस रमजान शेयर करें कोक किसी ऐसे के साथ कोई ना हो जिसके पास हम सबकी खरीदी हुई हर कोक बनेगी रिस्क ट्रस्ट से किसी की भूख मिटाने का जरिया। कोका कोला खोले तो दिल खोले।
The kind of pace he's offering, Tabish, at times it is easy for the batsman to let it go to the wicketkeeper if there is not much swing. Obviously, he's got that privilege to use that red cherry, which is now rapidly getting older for him, and now will have to get it talking. Not has the ability to get it further straightened up, just stay within the line on the off stump or slightly outside it. Stock delivery is shaping it away from the batsman, the slight movement. But these deliveries might not help his cause. He needs some confidence, and wickets are obviously fuel, especially to the kind of fast bowler he is. need to get back in his groove.
Oddly enough, it's important that he remains patient, keeps finding the right area around about that off stump, and just keep pressurizing the Zimbabwean batters just to more and more deliveries in that sort of area. Just keep pressurizing the Zimbabwean batsman and wait for a mistake, because he just lacks that little bit of additional pace that allows you to really imagine knocking over batters. And so it's a matter of being patient and looking to deceive a batsman through the air or off the wicket.
Once again, the fielder, the slip cordon, advising him to keep it at a fuller length and to force the batsman to play.
Now we see him there just squaring up Reggie Chakaba, who gets his hands slightly in front of his pads at the point of contact there. As the ball is shaping away from him. I think that's actually good advice from the slip cordon. You just want to make sure that you bowl as many of your stock ball, which is I think his outswinger, as possible to the man on strike.
Pitch is too full, and that was like a gate for Regis Chakaba. He's off the mark with a boundary. Delightful drive off the mark.
Just a little too full and didn't swing as much as I think he hoped for there, and Regis just plays a very beautiful off drive.
A bit of advice from Hassan Ali, standing at mid-on, who has just achieved his career best bowling figures in an innings. A decent finish to the over. Zimbabwe 20 for 1.
इस रमजान शेयर करें कोक किसी ऐसे के साथ कोई ना हो जिसके पास हम सबकी खरीदी हुई हर कोक बनेगी रिस्क ट्रस्ट से किसी की भूख मिटाने का जरिया कोका कोला खोले तो दिल खोले
रस्तों की रुकावट नहीं तोड़ेगी हिम्मत रहे साबित कदम हम हमें मट्टी की कसम पेंथर टायर पेंथर लगाओ फिक्र मिटाओ
Another brilliant delivery by Shaheen Shah Afridi, but well led by Kevin D'Souza. Pakistan still keeping that slip cordon, and very interesting observation by our statsman that there they are in the slip cordon and they are as per the batting order. Abid Ali, Imran Bhatt, followed by Azhar Ali, who comes at one down, and they are at gully position. Pakistan captain Babar Azam and the keeper, obviously Rizwan. Babar Azam is not having a very decent tour in terms of the catches he has dropped, and obviously struggling in terms of batting. Pakistan so far batted twice, and Babar Azam could not get into the groove, so he might be little low in confidence, and that would have the impact in his fielding. A couple of drop catches overall during the series. This one has been phenomenal in everything during the Southern Africa tour. Abid Ali is back. He got a hammer blow while filling in the forward short leg. Oh, what a delivery! Sharp bouncer. And in the end, D'Souza managed it very well to let it go.
Kasuza looks like he's caught by surprise here. He was Shaheen Shah Afridi's been bowling mostly quite full, good length at him, and that's the first really short and well-directed bouncer that he's bowled at Kasuza today.
Once again, pitched it short, and he must have been missing that field at the forward short leg. Pitching in the right areas, and once again sensing a wicket is Shaheen Shah Afridi. Maybe trying to, but realizing that now is the time to introduce once again Hassan Ali from that end. Imran Butt has been exceptional in the second slip, and if you observe in the morning and what we have seen back home in the domestic cricket before the game and during the first class games, he has been a brilliant catcher. He practices it a lot and really enjoys his fielding position, and has been reaping the reward in terms of some clean catches.
Notice that Hassan Ali is not on the field of play at the moment. You see him in the umbrellas just below the players' change room, the balcony of the players' change rooms. It was just a discussion with the coach, because we know the bowling coach is Waqar Yunus, who's not around at the moment. Probably a discussion with the head coach, tactical discussion. Zimbabwe 21 for 1 after 9.
सुपर मॉम तो थी ही, अब सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट भी हो गई हैं। सुपर नहीं तो 4G नहीं, जैज़ सुपर 4G।
Pressure. Purity of fresh fruits, squeezed to drinking convenience. Fresher than you think.
It's in the air. Will that be safe? What a magnificent performance.
लाइफ का स्विच ऑन।
हवा के हम सफर हो या गिर जाने का डर हो, चलो तो शान से दो, वतन की आन हो तो पेंथर टायर, पेंथर लगाओ, फिक्र मिटाओ।
सर्विस टायर्स, आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर से बने जबरदस्त नाइट्रेट डिजाइन, ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र क्या।
After having the privilege of Pakistan having follow on, Hassan Ali is now being introduced. Once again, he's got best bowling figures in this test match, and he has been getting better and better during this season. More than 50 wickets, the feat which is achieved in the previous test match. Already got 14 wickets in this test series.
And also importantly, a man of the match award for the 9 he took in the first test match.
He's replacing Tabish Khan, who was slightly struggling in terms of pace and also could not bring the ball back into the right-handed batsman. Kasuza and Chikaba, both of them were bowled or put behind by Hassan Ali. That is the wicket of Kasuza, and then Chakaba offered that ball way outside the off stump, and he hung the bat in the air, and that temperament was decided finally by Hassan. And once again, almost in the same passion, they're appealing for everything, perhaps some late movement after he crossed the batsman, but creating doubts in the mind of batsmen or also maybe in the mind of Langton Kosere.
Yeah, we've seen the dismissal of Kasuza in the first innings. The ball swung in quite late, and then this one's gone away from Kasuza. Little tentative, he's not quite gone forward. And a half-hearted appeal from behind the stumps.
He is a live wire, Hassan Ali. Always pumps some oxygen whenever he's on the field, but his comeback has been exceptional. He's got quite a story, Hassan Ali. He is perhaps one of the products which came through the Pakistan Super League. He got that advantage and the platform of performing in that league in the team of Peshawar Zalmi, and then continued from strength to strength. He was the mover and shaker for Pakistan victory in the Champions Trophy in 2017 over there at the Oval against India. And then he got his low time, he got back problem, and he was down and out for good 2 years. And at time it looked like it is going to be a career-threatening injury. But they have made a phenomenal comeback for his team. 10 overs gone, 21 for 1.
जैज़ महाना बचत ऑफर मिलाएं *614 हैश बाय 2 GB डेटा बेशुमार मिनट्स और SMS सिर्फ 85 रुपए के रिचार्ज से जैज़ सुपर 4G।
प्रोसेसर स्लो तो लाइफ में नो फ्लो। Redmi 9C Xiaomi।
Was not only the top run getter in the first inning for Zimbabwe, but also showed some application and patience which is required. And this is the thing which is, I was talking with Tino as well, that the kind of performance you get in the domestic cricket where you can apply that patience which is required in this longest and the toughest format of the game, that is shown. He's got a decent average of more than 35 in the first class cricket. In the last Logan Cup, I had observed that only a couple of times more than 400 runs were scored. So that tells you that intention to play out for draws when you're trying to salvage your position has been tough. Our sponsors, a huge shout out to them. Homage, Zik, and Hit and Win, where you hit the board and get $500. Thank you to Ball Steel and Service Tires as well. These are the guys through which these pictures are coming live to you all over the world in these testing times. And as Eid holidays had already begun back home and people following all over the world, in these times it must be some kind of entertainment and obviously excitement in terms of this top quality cricket going on. Obviously Zimbabwe is trying to punch above their weight. This might be their final battle to put Pakistan bat again, which looks like a mountain to climb.
They're going to have to break it up into sessions, aren't they? Or just basically get through this little bit of time with the new ball. If Kasuza and Chakaba can bat through to the next bowling change, and then the next target will be to get to the tea break, and then you sort of reassess it at the after the tea break, and you just got to break up this. The next effect, you have to try and bat for 2 days. If you break it up into session, and then each batter has to work one ball at a time, it just makes it a little less daunting.
Finally, he is looking a bit more settled, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Still a long way to go for Zimbabwe. More than 350 runs to make Pakistan bat again. brilliant finish to the over. 22 for 1.
सुपर मॉम तो थी ही, अब सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट भी हो गई हैं। सुपर नहीं तो 4G नहीं, जैज़ सुपर 4G।
After a full day of प्यास, Sprite, my way to reset. Sprite, रहो clear. हवा के हम सफर हो या गिर जाने का डर हो, चलो तो शान से दो, वतन की आन हो तो पेंथर टायर, पेंथर लगाओ, फिक्र मिटाओ। Service tires, आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर से बने जबरदस्त नाइट्रेट डिजाइन। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र क्या? Service tires, आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर से बने जबरदस्त नाइट्रेट डिजाइन। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र क्या?
And currently he's being looked at by the physiotherapist, Zimbabwe physiotherapist, Trevor Wambe.
सुपर मॉम तो थी ही, अब सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट भी हो गई हैं। सुपर नहीं तो 4G नहीं, जैज़ सुपर 4G।
अगर मुझे दूर रखना है तो इसे ऐसे सोप से भी दूर रखें।
पर
सोप हो तो डेटॉल ही हो। बीमारियां हाथों से भी फैलती हैं, क्योंकि डेटॉल देता है 100 बीमारियां फैलाने वाले जरासीम से मुकम्मल तहफ़्फ़ुज़। सर्विस टायर्स, आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर से बने जबरदस्त नाइट्रेट डिजाइन। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र क्या?
इस रमजान शेयर करें कोक किसी ऐसे के साथ, कोई ना हो जिसके पास हम सबकी खरीदी हुई हर कोक बनेगी रिस्क ट्रस्ट से किसी की भूख मिटाने का जरिया। कोका कोला खोले तो दिल खोले।
हवा के हम सफर हो या गिर जाने का डर हो, चलो तो शान से दो, वतन की आन हो तो पेंथर टायर, पेंथर लगाओ, फिक्र मिटाओ।
It's in the air. Will that be safe? What a magnificent performance!
Life का switch on.
Pressure. Purity of fresh fruits, squeezed to drinking convenience. Fresher than you think.
बिन बोले कुछ कर गया, दिल थोड़ा खाली था, भर गया।
दिल की बात 7 अप के साथ।
बड़ी स्क्रीन से मिले बड़ी इंजॉयमेंट। रेडमी होता तो ये ना होता। रेडमी 9C, Xiaomi।
Corner, always behind our guys. As you can see, the empty Castle corner is empty. Always vocally and loudly behind the Zimbabwe cricket team. And yeah, it's just a very different way of interacting with cricket during this COVID pandemic. But fortunately, there's another tour to Zimbabwe which has just been confirmed for July, where Bangladesh are coming here for a series of matches.
Yes, indeed, that really is a great news. And looking at the activities of Zimbabwe cricket for the remainder of the year, I'm sure it will give them some momentum towards international cricket to regain that place where they used to be, or they aspire to be there.
keepers looked very, very solid. Batted well for his 33. Then got a pretty good delivery from Hassan Ali. Bounced on him a little bit. And just expecting him to continue in roughly the same sort of way. But he's got to bat quite long. He's got to at least bat to the end of the day. Try and get this game into tomorrow morning.
He's talking about Hassan Ali. I was mentioning about his injury, which to some extent became like a career-threatening problem, where he was not able to make a comeback. And if you're out of sight for more than 2 years, it feels like that it would be tough, especially for the fast bowlers, to make a comeback, especially if you're having a back problem. But there were days and days and even months of time spent in the rehab and in the gyms and under the observation. And look at him, what a comeback he has got. And this comeback is obviously coming on the back of some top performances in the domestic cricket. Not only that he has been continuing this rhythm in the Test cricket or in the international arena, but they started back at home. So good going by him, and it would be crucial for Pakistan to take care of Hassan Ali and continue managing their workload as far as they could. D'Souza there at the non-striker end was hit by a hammer blow by Shaheen Shah Afridi, but after a bit of treatment is looking all okay. Perhaps some magic spray which has done the trick for him. They are keeping their heads low, lowered their guards, and which has been the need of the hour for Zimbabwe. A long way to go for them.
Just Shakava leaves that through to the keeper. Zimbabwe 22 for 1 in
Jazz Mahana बचत ऑफर मिलाएं *614# पाएं 2 GB डेटा बेशुमार मिनट्स और SMS सिर्फ 85 रुपए के रिचार्ज से Jazz Super 4G।
सर्विस टायर्स आला क्वालिटी इंपोर्टेड पॉलीमर्स से बने जबरदस्त नाइट्रेट डिजाइन्स। रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र के। After a full day of pyas, Sprite, my way to reset. Sprite, raho clear.
छोटे कैमरे के बड़े मसले। Redmi 9C. Xiaomi.
In the end, for Tabish Khan, is replacing Shaheen Shah Afridi now from the city end. From here, we have seen ball keeping low in quite some time, and this is the end from where he got his first wicket, the only one so far in the Test match. Darlington, you were talking about this is not the main season for cricket played here in Zimbabwe or maybe in Southern Africa, but it looks like that this is a land of all seasons. Bright sunshine. Yes, there was a bit of rain, but that not had a direct impact on the Test match. So it is great to see that you can play cricket all year long in this lovely country.
No, it's traditionally, it's just that our interprovincial and then our club structure here normally runs from around about September until end of April, early in May. But what we found is once Zimbabwe got Test status in the 90s, you started to have a lot more winter series. And we'd have a lot of visitors here at Harare Sports Club and also at Queen's during the winter, which was traditionally the off-season. But yeah, the weather here is actually great for cricket. I think it's a little bit more comfortable to play cricket during this part of the year because our temperatures during the day are just around about 15, maybe 19 degrees during the day. So you don't even need a jersey when you're out there. But I think it's probably the best time of the year to play cricket.
Yeah, Yeah, visitors might be quite heavy, but the viewers back home might already know that in subcontinent the cricket season runs through October, November until late in February or March. But that is a double whammy kind of a thing where the temperatures are down, you play cricket in winter, but the hours of sunshine are not too many. So you have to deal with the limited number of hours where you get that sunshine and you get your game going in most part of India and Pakistan. But over here, sunshine has been abundance. And in the hot days, in the peak of the summer, starting from maybe April or May until the end of August, it is too hot for following a game of cricket under the sun. But this time around, because of these testing times, we will be seeing, hopefully if all goes well obviously, the post and the remainder part of the PSL getting finished in the peak of the summer. So let's see, we are living in interesting times.
Maiden over from Tabish Khan, Zimbabwe, 22 for 1.
Service tires, आला quality, imported polymers से बने जबरदस्त nitrate designs. Grip service जैसी तो फिक्र के.
इस रमजान शेयर करें कोक किसी ऐसे के साथ कोई ना हो जिसके पास हम सबकी खरीदी हुई हर कोक बनेगी रिस्क ट्रस्ट से किसी की भूख मिटाने का जरिया कोका कोला खोले तो दिल खोले
सुपर मॉम तो थी ही, अब सुपर कॉन्फिडेंट भी हो गई हैं। सुपर नहीं तो 4G नहीं, जैज सुपर 4G।
प्रोसेसर स्लो तो लाइफ में नो फ्लो।
A single to start off with. Well, you got to give it where credit is due. You see a more focused and composed approach from Zimbabwe batsmen up till now. They're not looking to take any unnecessary risks, and that would be for no reason really. And they're coming right behind the line of the ball. They're making the Pakistan bowlers now work hard. You can just feel that. And also importantly, putting away the bad balls for a couple of boundaries. Alongside me. Also, you got to stop worrying as a batsman or even thinking about 44 balls, 9 runs or 23 balls, 6 runs, because in the context of the game, you're not really chasing anything at the moment. Once you set yourself in and then you eye scores session-wise.
Spot on. Actually, the way that the game's set up, it almost allows you to just play with a bit of freedom. You might feel the pressure's off. Because you might feel that the game has already gone, that you've already lost it, but with all odds stacked against you, it might free you up to just be in the moment a little bit more, and you're spot on, Sikanda. The runs and balls at this stage is really irrelevant, but we said this morning there's an opportunity to learn, to face world-class bowlers again and test your skill and your mettle and find out those areas in the middle that you have and that you can improve on. And by now in the series, they'll know what to expect from the Pakistan bowlers, and they've had an opportunity to assess, to look at their own skill sets. And you know what's interesting is, and speaking of what I want to say now, it's a skill to build an innings. And obviously for what I'm in picture, there's been a master at it. But it's one thing to play good shots, but it's a completely different recipe to integrate that in an innings of substance where you occupy the crease for 3 or 4 hours. So it's all good and well, and often youngsters do watch a lot of cricket on TV, but it'll be highlights and maybe a lot of white ball cricket. But there's nothing like batting for long periods of time to improve and hone your skill, but practice putting an innings together. It's really a skill in itself. Those supporters look a little bit more at ease. As you mentioned early on in the over, there's been a calmness to this innings. Oh, I nice hockey style from Rizwan. He's been very good so far. There's just been a little bit of inconsistent bounce. Almost a Dhoni style stop that. Zim 23 for 1.
हवा के हम सफर हो न गिर जाने का डर हो चलो तो शान से तो वतन की आन हो तो पेंथर टायर पेंथर लगाओ फिक्र मिटाओ
It's in the air. Will that be safe? What a magnificent performance.
Life का switch on. Jazz महाना बचत ऑफर मिलाए *614# बाय 2GB डेटा बेशुमार मिनट्स और SMS सिर्फ 85 रुपए की रिचार्ज से Jazz Super 4G.
So in short, if you're the coach of Zimbabwe, you probably tell them that, listen boys, I've hired the nets for you for the next 5 hours. Just get in there, see the ball, get your eye in, put bat where necessary, let the ball go, which is not worth putting bat to, and just focus on that. And again, I emphasize when I say nets in context of the game. Time is on your side. Nice back from Bunch. And then what do you do automatically by playing like this, playing with time? You're tiring the bowlers out. So you're going to bowl a spell of 5 overs, and then there's got to be a change.
Yeah, and what better opportunity to bat than out in the middle? You can try as hard as you can. It's just hard to replicate the intensity and the feel in the nets that compared to what it's like being in the middle. Wide open spaces, but always a bit more intensity in the middle. That contest between bat and ball always just has a little bit of extra spice to it in the middle.
Well, you know why the nets are slightly easier? It's because you don't lose your wicket there. So if you get rid of that fear of losing your wicket, then it's good. And I wouldn't mind recording some sounds from fielders who are in the slip position, play them in the nets. Get used to that as well. But yes, if you actually come to think of it, it's all about that particular match, the feel in the center, and about losing the wicket. Because as a batsman, one mistake can cost you. A bowler can bowl a bad ball and come back again. So as a batsman, you've got to be spot on. Nice Yorker land beats the bowler in his follow through. And that's 4 runs. If you also notice, Monet, that also what has worked for Zimbabwe is they're playing in the wheel. If you see the boundaries by both these batsmen in their wagon wheel, it's mostly mid-on, mid-off.
Yeah, and Vish's been very good. He's obviously a man in control of the ball, but he's been very full this innings. I wonder if he might be well served by just protecting that area. He wants to get movement up front and draw a mistake from the batter, either find that outside edge or looking for that LBW, but perhaps will be well served just to go upstairs every now and again, change of field, third slip moving into that short cover, just to protect that length. I like that. It's a good move. But Chakapva up to the task, and that's even better than the previous one. Straight on the ground. Zimbabwe 33 for 1, and Chakapva looking good. Time for drinks.
Pressure. Purity of fresh fruits, squeezed to drinking convenience. Fresher than you think.
प्रोसेसर स्लो तो लाइफ में नो फ्लो। रेडमी होता तो